A health alert tonight. A new study shows comforting and cuddling your pets when they're dying or even when they're healthy can land you a pretty nasty respiratory infection. One local vet says that's not the only thing for owners to consider. Dr. Wes Borgman is from the Seminole Animal Hospital in Sanford. Dr. Borgman, are you surprised to hear the level of infections that some of these people are getting from their pets?
I think that there's a little bit of an overreaction. I think in most cases your pet, having close contact with your pet is safe. You do want to make sure that your pet is up to date on vaccines, and if you're immunocompromised or have young children in the house, talk to your veterinarian.
What is it about what's going on with the pet that during the period where they're dying? In this study specifically, they noted 2 cat owners who had held the animals a lot specifically got this infection. Should we be careful during that period of a pet's life?
I think you should always be careful with close contact with your animals, washing your hands after handling your animals, especially before you eat. We see in Central Florida the big concern is with hookworms and roundworms, so it's totally different than it was in this study. But my own roommate in college was blind in one eye from a roundworm infection he got from the family pet.
Oh my goodness.
So you do need to talk to your veterinarian about zoonotic diseases, and if your animal is sick, ask them if it's something that could be zoonotic.
Wow, so you've seen that happen in cases even beyond that particular one?
Hookworms and roundworms we see quite commonly, the infection to animals. We can also get some of these things, you don't even have to have a dog or cat in your house. They're in the environment, so hookworms and roundworms are a real concern. And here in Central Florida, the actual other bacteria that we see, a little less common, kind of a rare instance.
Finally, any advice you have if there are young children or older people in the house?
The first thing is always wash your hands before you eat. In this study, most of the infections were people just not practicing the stuff Mom taught us when we were kids.
Always goes back to the basics.
That's right.
All right, Dr. Borgman, thank you for coming in.
Thanks for having me.